Hello everybody and happy Saturday. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, hi, hello, I am Miss Harley Days, the pinup model. And every Saturday we get together and we watch scary videos, whether they're ones I found and chose to react to, or you at home found and recommended to me. This is a video for all the spooky lovers out there. We're going to be reacting to a series called Tapes I Found at a Thrift Store. So from the looks of it, this is an ARG, meaning that it's an alternate reality game. I'm not sure how in detail it goes, but I am going to watch the first video, which I do want to add. It's called Estate Sale. You can't find this video anywhere. I don't know where the link is for it. I don't know what video it's linked to. I don't know if it was uploaded and then hidden. I don't know the story behind it. I just know the only way I was able to find this is because, being a spooky lover myself, I watched Nightmind do a video on this series, and they went on ahead and linked a playlist on their channel, and I was so excited to be able to find all these videos that go to this. So with that being said, let's go ahead and watch Estate Sale. I'm gonna get ready to turn it down.
Being held at the late philanthropist's luxury home in the Pines this weekend. Here's Ronald Gophers to tell us more about what you'll find for sale.
Hello, I am Ronald Gopher. I am an estate liquidator here in Alloway Creek, and I have recently been awarded the absolute pleasure of discovering just how eclectic Mr. Langan was in his lifetime. In the past 3 days, I have been combing through piles of dust and debris in what I'm sure was at one point a beautiful home, one of many things Mr. Langan irreparably soiled in his lifetime. But enough about me. Let us see what we have for sale here today. We've got all sorts of old film equipment, cameras, projectors, unmarked reels. I'm sure you'll find some real interesting home videos on there. That was a joke, of course, but in all seriousness, we have not screened any of these, and we do not take responsibility for whatever might be on them. Pictures, paintings, some vintage newspapers, maps of the local area, lots of those. Actually, popcorn machine, big surprise, doesn't work. That one I did test. Books, some rather questionable titles. Prize of the weekend for me, at least, this suitcase which was found at the scene of Arthur's suicide. Pretty neat.
Okay.
Lots of folks have come and asking about Mr. Langan's hat collection. I'm very sorry to report that all I could find was one top hat, and it's already sold. We do, however, have a great deal of dolls. I began to wonder at one point whether Langan was turning all those kids he kidnapped into dolls with how many?
Wait, what?
Looks like we had an audio issue there with Ronald, but we've got some great items here in the greenhouse. Plenty of potted plants, a pair of beautiful statues, but of course you have to buy both of them. We've got
Whatever this thing is. I think that's to do laundry, isn't it?
Machine.
To wring out the water.
Oh, well, thank
could
you,
also be completely wrong.
Ronald Gopher, for showing us around the estate sale and for giving us a unique perspective of Mr. Langan's character. Oh, in fact, let's see what some of the patrons of the estate sale think of their finds.
I came here to purchase some of Mr. Langan's hats. something? Man, get the fucking name right! Ronald Gopher, why don't we run the segment?
Thanks again, Ronald Gopher, for offering some unique insights in.
Okay.
Oh, it's the tape. Okay. Is this one of the tapes that were for sale, or was this something that was filmed?
These, little points here on either side. They didn't exactly match the, how they were drawn in the diagram, so I'm thinking that might have been an issue. But, yeah.
Trying to summon the dude?
This will be attempt
Is that what's going on here? Oh, and it's 86. We in the 80s now. Okay. I got makeup up my nose, and all I can think of is how itchy my nose is. Just starts singing the No Good Deed from Wicked.
Kalimar, Zazubat, Tilian, Leshbat, Civil, Sontela.
Even captions don't even know what to write. Yo, Brazil.
If anyone is in this room with me, please offer me a sign.
So the door shuts, or not the door, the case.
If anyone is in this room with me, please blow out the candle in the corner of the room.
Oh, come on, blow the case, or blow the case. Shut the case, that'd be the freakiest thing to do.
If anyone
I know these kind of stories. He's gonna leave the room and then everything's gonna start happening as soon as he leaves the room. Or it's gonna follow him and he's gonna have bad luck for 7 years. I knew it. I told you guys. I can't even hear what's being said. It just sounds like whispers and it's Harry Potter talking to a snake. I'm not in the mood for a jump scare, guys. And now there's a car driving by, and I know that got picked up on audio.
Okay. I'm gonna touch it. Well, not sure what I did wrong. I tried literally a dozen fixes today. So, whatever it is I'm doing wrong, if it's something here, I'm going to bleed out before I get it right. And if it's something here,
He's using his own blood for that?
I'm gonna lose my voice before I get it right. Yeah, I don't know what to do at this point because I don't want to stop, but I don't know what to change. I don't know what to fix. I'm afraid that if I do stop, because, as crazy as this sounds, I feel something. There is something here. There is something here fighting to get out. And I just don't know how to get it out. So, I think I'm just gonna keep banging my head against this wall, because I think I'm in too deep.
Oh, finally a sound.
Hello?
No, no, no. Do not show us an injured dog. If you show us an injured dog, I'm gonna throw a fit.
Dexter? Dexter?
Oh, I'm like legit misting up. Was that a dog toy or was that the dog? There was something there. He isn't safe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is like legitimate horror here. I don't think he's laughing. Why is the caption say laughter? And that's why you don't mess with that stuff. I'm one of those that I'm like, nope, nope, nope.
Hello? Why can't I hear anything?
Oh, I'm paranoid. There's gonna be something there. I already know it's coming. There's gonna be like feet or face or a mask or something. Something. You in a tunnel, dude? You on a bridge? I think he's in a tunnel. Is it the plague doctor? Okay. Where's my mouse? Okay, so that was Estate Sale, the first video of the tapes I found at a thrift store, which is linked and you have to search to find it, but the description box says, "Hi all, my name is Ben. I wrote a little description of what my channel is about in the description section on my homepage. Since today's Halloween, I've decided to share the first of many strange home videos I've acquired over the past year. Many more to come, so stay tuned. If you would like to chat about the content on this tape, feel free to leave a comment on the video and I'll reply as quickly as I can. I love chatting about these things. They almost feel like a lost bit of history. I suppose they are in a way. Now what I am thinking about is that exactly what they are. Have a nice night, everyone. Happy Halloween." And then there is a link that goes to the estate sale credits, which I kind of want to see if that's going to be anything. If not, I'm just not going to include it in this video, so I'll tell you. So the end credits had nothing to do with the video. It really was just end credits. I thought we'd get like a clip of like something else, but we did not. So the description though said that there is already a bio in the description box. So the channel's description is, "Hi, my name is Ben and I'm a collector. My hobby began back in high school when I got into collecting Magic the Gathering cards." We all love that game, don't we? "And now I collect all sorts of things. I've recently been working on a VHS tape collection, which I'm very proud of, but I didn't get around to buying an actual VCR until recently. They're pretty hard to come by, surprisingly." I noticed that actually. Like, I know this is for a story, but like, I actually have noticed that a lot, that like VHS and VCRs, like none of that even exists anymore. You can't even find a DVD player now. Vehicles don't even have the CD player slot anymore. I don't get it. "This channel serves as an archive for the standout tapes that I particularly enjoy. I found recently that life flies by much too fast, and I hope to collect of once lost home videos will help you cherish a little moments of your life. Hope you enjoy." Wait, so he's uploading what he enjoys? So after that video was uploaded, there was a post made, and this is what made me start thinking it was a ARG, because like there's posts that go to it, and then even in the comments there's like people commenting, and this person is responding to the comments. "Hi everyone, it's Ben. To my great surprise, I've accumulated over 800 subscribers here on the channel in only a couple of weeks, so I wanted to pop on and give a quick little thank you to all my new friends. It was really great getting to speak with you all in the comments. I'm looking forward to having more insightful conversations with everyone in the future. You guys rock." Again, I am a slow reader, so I apologize if I start reading a little too fast. My anxiety gets to me and I start talking so fast that you can't understand me. And then I also stumble across certain words. Sometimes I just can't read at all. So I apologize in advance. Sometimes I read really slow and cause the video to be longer than it should be. Speaking of the future, let me provide a small update on my life and my plans of moving forward. I believe I mentioned this is in a few replies on my previous video, but after popping a new tape into my VHS player called Dance Party Instructions with Funkle Volume 2, I heard a loud popping sound on the screen. The screen went blank. I assumed the VHS player just crapped out on me, but after a few hours later, I noticed this black sludge oozing out of the loading door. Ugh, see picture 1. There are pictures included, but we're going to look after we read the post. I had absolutely no idea what was going on, so I ran to my laptop and made a quick Google search, which unsurprisingly turned up no useful information. Upon returning to the VHS player, not only 15 minutes later, I found the Dance Party Instructions with Funkle had turned into a gaseous mass and had began oozing out of the VHS player. While I was gone, see pictures 2 and 4, it smelled like chocolate, but I resisted the urge to taste it. I would be disturbed, actually. I did my best to remove the mass and clean off the inner workings of the VHS player, but no matter how much I scrubbed, I could still smell chocolate coming from inside, so I knew there was some secret pocket in there which still housed a fraction of the Funkle's foul new form. While working, I left the bulk of a mass on a folding table that I played Magic on with my friends earlier. I avoided touching it directly with my skin because I had no idea if this thing was poisonous or radioactive or what. I'm probably just crazy, but I swear it was moving on its own. I never actually saw it move. But whenever I left it alone, it looked a little different the next time I turned to face it. Sometimes it would shift a few inches closer to the edge of the table. Why are you leaving it in the table? You go throw that out in the garbage. Then it would slightly change shape, then the spools would realign themselves within the mask. Call it a coincidence, but I still can't find a few of the Magic cards that I know for a fact were on that table earlier today. As weird as the blob thing felt, somewhat paternal over, I know that it sounds weird, but doesn't it look cute? It's alive, at least to my knowledge, but I loved it the same way one might love a stuffed animal, unlike a plushie. However, I wouldn't display him on my pillow or anywhere else in my room for that matter. So I decided it would be best to take him out in the woods and bury him in a hole. I was afraid it might melt through the trash bag if I were to throw it out with the rest of the garbage. Rest in power, Blobbert Pence. Okay, that's a good name actually. I'll bring you flowers next time I'm in town. A guy I graduated with back in Alloite says he can fix the VHS player for me, but the price for his service is one full game of Catan with him the next time I'm in town. I asked if he would take cash instead, but he said money means nothing to me anymore. I've yet to find any other option, so it looks like I'll be playing Catan with this guy who passed out during the frog dissection in 8th grade. I'll hopefully find time to drive down there the next couple of weeks. I cannot talk. I'm starting to go blind from so much reading, guys. I'll hopefully find time to drive down there in the next couple of weeks, and once Carl Sal is done fixing the VHS player, I'll be back to posting more tapes. I'll do my best to post as frequently as I can, but balancing school and work has been a real hassle for me recently. So I can't confidently set an upload schedule or anything like that in stone. I'm loving hosting this channel for you guys, so I will absolutely do my best to be as consistent as possible. At the very least, I'll do my best to be active in the comments and here on the community page with updates. If you read this far, thanks for sticking with me. Don't be afraid to say hi. And then here's another post that was not long after saying, hey gang, I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday this past week. I sure did. I've got a lot that I want to update you all on, so I'm going to record a little face reveal video to post either tomorrow or Thursday. I thought it might be nice to put a face to a name. Everyone I've been interacting with in the comments, and that would allow me to verbally update everyone on what I've got going on rather than typing it all out. 2 birds with 1 stone. That's all I've got for tonight. I just really wanted to pop on and say hello and save all the important / fun stuff on my next upload. See you guys soon, Ben. Now we have the hi, I'm Ben, which I need captions.
Hi everyone, I'm Ben. I'm the I in the tapes I found at the thrift store. I just wanted to pop on here and say hello, put a face to the name, since the channel's been taking off way faster than I thought. Yeah, so I originally just started this channel as a way to sort of collect my VHS tapes and archive them for me and my friends, so I never expected to get 1,000 subscribers in a month, of all things. I usually find most of the tapes at the thrift store, right, as the channel name would imply. Sometimes I get them from friends. If you're lucky, you can find them at flea markets, and I've found a couple in dumpsters. You take what you can get sometimes. The reason why I do this is because, I've always been a collector. I've always been obsessed with history, and I've always just been fascinated with storytelling in and of itself. Yeah, I just think it's really fun to take these little lost bits of history and put them into the TV and sort of just see these things that not that many other people have seen before. I guess it almost feels like treasure hunting in a way. I'm not really, getting anything monetary out of this, but it just feels like a little adventure to find these things and sit down and watch them. Yeah, I guess I could segue into where I'm from. I'm from a little town in the heart of the Pine Barrens in New Jersey, known as Alloite Creek. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the Pine Barrens and all the legends surrounding it. And Alloite is kind of like the poster child for life in the pines. I mean, look, we've got everything. We've got the trees, we've got the 40-minute drives to get anywhere, we've got that attitude, we've got cryptids, we've got it all. There's actually a few pretty famous Pine Barren legends associated with our town. If you're really into all things Fortean, then you'll know the legend of the Blue Hole. The Blue Hole is a lake in the Pine Barrens that's totally bright blue, as the name would imply. Most bodies of water in the pines are either a murky brown or like a reddish cedary color, but the Blue Hole just looks like exotic, beautiful, clear ocean water. It's actually like super pretty in person. You're never supposed to swim in the blue hole though, because it said that it's bottomless. And every now and again, unexplained whirlpools will drag people to the bottom. Alloway Creek, the actual creek the town is
Wait,
named
are these
for,
for places?
flows out of the blue hole. So we weren't allowed to drink or swim in the water from the creek either. Locals take that super seriously. When I was younger, my friends dared me to drink the water out of the creek, and not wanting to look like a wimp, I did it. There's definitely something not right about the water. It had the consistency of that thick water they sell at some stores. Have you guys ever seen that? Yeah, it was. Yeah, not recommended. The blue hole is only the tip of the iceberg, though. Alloway has ties to all sorts of legends and cryptids like the Jersey Devil, of course, Bigfoot, a bunch of UFO sightings. There's even an infamous report of an encounter with the Mothman down by the creek. I guess cryptids like thick water. I don't know. I've always been more of a skeptic. I like to think I'm a pretty rational thinker, but a lot of the tapes I've found from the area have just really weird stuff on. Of course, the majority of them are either a child pointing the camera at the ground or grandma's 89th birthday party, but some of them have some really crazy stuff on them. Like the estate sale one, I'm sure you've all already seen. So, with all that being said, I think my plan with the channel going forward is to use it to sort of comb through these tapes and eventually build a catalog of evidence to support the claim that Alloway Creek, New Jersey is the weirdest town in America. I'm really happy you're all here, and I'm really glad that you get to join me on this journey. I should probably update you on the status of my VHS player. So some of you might already know this, but one of my blank tapes actually exploded into this purplish glob that smelled like chocolate when I tried to play it in my VHS player. So that was a whole big thing. I won't get into it now, but you can read that whole story on the community tab. So long story short, the VCR has been busted since that whole ordeal, but luckily a guy I graduated high school with, Carlisle, is actually going to be able to fix it.
That's how you say that.
I met up with him
Okay.
last week when I was home for Thanksgiving, and I handed it off to him. Carlisle told me it might take a few weeks because the inside still smells so thick of chocolate, so he thinks there might be some internal damage that he'll have to order in parts for. I will make sure to update you guys as Carlisle updates me, but I guess while I'm on the topic, I might as well update you guys on the status of the blob itself. After the thing exploded the VCR, I buried the blob out in the woods. I thought it might be acidic or poisonous, and that throwing it out would be disposing of hazardous material in like an improper place, and I would get arrested or something. I mean, this all happened at 3 in the morning, so I hope you can understand I wasn't really thinking very clearly. Anyway, I buried it way out in the woods, and a lot of you rightfully called me out for that and suggested I should go back and take a look. So last week I went out and hiked out there. I guess I'll just play the video now. This is the exact spot where it was, and it's not there anymore. When I left, this hole was completely filled over with dirt, but when I came back to check on it, it was all dug up.
What?
And all that was left
So
was
it's
a
probably
few
like
I saw some
going after.
deer
It's
tracks
gonna go back to his place, I
and
bet.
what I
I'll
think
bet ya.
were raccoon tracks in the area around it. So I think maybe they might have smelled the chocolate and dug it up to eat it. But I don't think deer eat
What is that
chocolate.
noise?
But
I hear a noise out
if
in
it
the
was a
hall.
raccoon, they probably would have ate it. But yeah, I just really wanted to be, completely transparent about that whole situation, especially since I was getting a lot of comments about it. I really hope that no animals did eat it. But if they did,
Oh, I didn't think about that.
hope they would get
Oh.
like superpowers and hopefully not
That'd be a fun way to think about it.
cancer. Once again, thank you all for coming on this journey with me. I'm just endlessly excited to get into the rest of these tapes with you guys when I can. So, really, I think that's about it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night.
Okay, and then after that video, this post went out. Hi everyone, I just spoke with Carlisle and he said he'll be taking a look at the VCR tonight. He's gonna text me tomorrow with his diagnosis and we should have an estimated fixed date from there. Hopefully it'll be a short window. I'll let you guys know what he says tomorrow when I hear back. And then it goes on to say, hi, I haven't heard anything from Carlisle today. I texted him about 7, but my messages is still undelivered. Just wanted to keep you all in the loop. I'll make posts when I hear back from him. I'm so sorry I haven't done a great job at responding to everyone's comments lately. As you can probably imagine, it's been a rough week for me. I'll do my best I'll do better moving forward. I also keep you all updated. Anything I hear about Carlisle, I'm afraid to say I haven't heard much since the last post. I appreciate everyone's help and understanding. Merry CRT everyone. I'm not sure what that's about, but whatever. I don't understand what this kind of writing of Christmas is, but whatever. I finally have some good news. My roommate banded together and got me a CRT TV. Oh, okay. With a built-in VCR for Christmas, and they were nice enough to let me open it a few days early. I am a man of the arts above all else, so tonight I will be watching Only Scooby-Doo Goes to Hollywood. That's a good choice, man. Anything Scooby-Doo is a good choice. Which they also graciously gifted to me for my collection. I'll start looking through my blank tapes again over the weekend, and I'll hopefully find something freaky to post for you guys by Monday or Tuesday. Okay, elephant in the room. I still haven't heard from Carlisle, and neither has his family. We greatly appreciate everyone who has called in with tips, helped in the search. Carlisle, I hope Carlisle knows how many people are out there rooting for him. You guys rock there. I love that. But okay, Carlisle. Okay, hang on. I have a theory already before we go on to watch the next video. Is Carlisle still alive? Has anyone actually gone to his house to check on him? Because he buried the goo. The goo went on ahead and left the hole that he was buried in. Did he go out and find Carlisle and do something to Carlisle? Because he had the VCR. So did something happen? Obviously something happened, right? It's like obvious. I'm not just far-fetching an idea. Okay, I lied one more. I don't think I can post this video. I don't think I can even post anymore, period. I never really believed any of this. I just thought it was fun to pretend. I'm not having fun anymore. If anyone out there is messing with me, just come out and say it, because this is actually... I know all of you down in Alowite, I don't know how to say that, have it out for me. It's been years and you still look at me like I'm an animal when I walk down the main street. I know you're all reading this too, because none of you can keep my name out of your mouths. Carlisle told me so. If you people never wanted to see me again, just say the word and I'll never look back. Just tell me it's not real, please. Even if it is, just tell me it's not. I should have never bought these tapes. Can we pretend I never did, if that's what it takes? Just let me leave this behind like I should have years ago. Okay, now I'm really intrigued to watch the video, because I feel like that probably goes somewhere in here. I don't know.
Hey guys, I actually was gonna make a community post about this, but I thought maybe a video would spread a little better. So Carlisle has been missing for a little while now.
I knew it.
He left home and left a note behind, basically saying that he left, by his own will. So since he's an adult and that note was found, the police said they really can't do much about it. So I just thought maybe I could make this video and just get the word out a little bit better. So if you see this person and you're in the New Jersey area, please let me know so I can relay that to his family. He's 24, about 5'10".
Kind of looks like the same dude that's been
brown
doing
hair
these
and brown
videos.
eyes. I think he
Looks
was
like our
last
main
seen
guy.
in a camo hoodie and some dark sweatpants.
Oh, I wonder if that
Hello,
number
if you're
works.
seeing this,
I don't want to try it though.
please just reach
Let
out
me know
to
if that
anyone.
phone number works.
I really just cherish the time that we had to spend with each other this past month, and you know, we're all really worried about you. So if if anyone can help out, please reach out to me, and I'll do my best to share it with whoever needs to hear it. So thank you guys. Hopefully I'll have some good updates for you soon. Thank you.
And then this one is called Private Property, which is also an unlisted video. I've got my remote ready to turn it down because I can't handle too scary of things right now. I don't want to handle a severely scary thing right now. 95. The caption says, I'm not sure what to make of this video. I'm going to log off for a while and try to keep my bearings. So I'm just kind of mentally preparing for whatever's about to happen. I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. It's 3 minutes long and it just looks horrifying already. And it's called Private Property. Are we going to watch someone break into a house? Is it going to be the slime thingy? Or is it going to be the thing from the first episode? Or the first video? I can't tell if that is in the video or if it is out in front of my house, but I hear fighting. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no! Oh no! It's the blob. My heart is skyrocketing right now. So there's a lot of tapes of this guy going after people. Oh, now we're on the 9th, so it was the 8th, and now it's the 9th. Probably just because it's past midnight, I don't know. My foot is falling asleep. Some you should all know about me is that I will talk a lot during a video if I start getting scared, and this is starting to scare me. I'm paranoid. I'm scared, guys. What's going on? Okay, but like in all fairness, he did trespass. I don't want to see anything horrible. Guys, I'm scared. Where's my wolf man? I need Wolfie. I need Wolfman with me. I know it ain't gonna end good. I already know it's not. I know it ain't gonna end well. But the fact that it's the same, so, okay. Oh my gosh. So these tapes were all found at the same place, if I'm correct. Like the VHS tapes were all purchased at the same place. Oh, ew. So, if I remember correctly, the VHS tapes were all purchased at the same location. So obviously these tapes, like, have to belong to whoever that masked man is. Okay, and then we have more posts that say, hello, I apologize for my outburst earlier this morning. I was just scared. I still am, to be honest. I'm not really sure what's going on. I just know it's not good. I'll post the tape. It's not too late to close the Pandora's box at this point. I just need to find the courage to play it again. So that obviously went to the last video we just watched, followed by this one. The tape is set to premiere at 8 p.m. tonight. I'm going to take everyone's advice and log off for a while. I'll take that time to level my head and try to get the tape to the relevant authorities. I might check in every now and then, but I really need to just step away for a while. I've been a bundle of walking anxiety and for the better part of a week, and worrying about all of this right now is not helping in any way whatsoever. Thank you all for being so understanding. I'll be back. And then we have this post from 8 days ago. So at the time of this filming, the only reason I even decided to start filming was because at the time that I started recording, there was a video uploaded yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Might have been longer than yesterday. But I saw that, and then I also saw Nightmind talk about this video, and I was like, I want to go ahead and talk about this. And now we have a very long post from 8 days ago. I'm holding Wolfie while I read this, because even reading this is scaring me. Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've checked in with you all, so I wanted to log for a moment and just give a quick explanation as to where I've been and what my plans are moving forward. I struggle with some persistent mental health issues that became pretty after Carlisle went missing, and eventually grew even worse after I discovered the private property tape. I'm pretty sure plenty of you noticed my increasingly unruly posts and replies as I began the spiral in late December. I'm happy to report that after a good deal of time away from the internet and a return to my once lost habit of daily meditation, I am doing much better. I won't dwell on my mental health issues for too long. Not only do I want to avoid giving names to old ghosts who don't deserve the recognition, but I also have an app enabled that limits my screen time. So I want to make sure I get all my thoughts down before I'm locked out of YouTube for the day. After a long discussion with my dad over the phone, we both decided that that I should bring the private property tape to the police, even if the tape is fake. This is all some sort of strange joke. And the worst that can happen is that we just look silly in front of the chief. I mean, fair. I would have done the same thing. That, or I would have buried the tapes somewhere and pretended I never saw them. Coincidentally, my dad bumped into the chief in town after our call yesterday, and we've scheduled a meeting with him for next week. The two of them grew up together, and my dad assured me that the chief is a stand-up guy who will help us find the answer to everything that's been troubling me. Hopefully that includes the details on the strange purple spludge that has evidently been haunting Alowite Creek for decades now. I'll film an update video explaining my absence and my future findings in more details after I've met with the chief. I'm looking forward to getting to the bottom of things. If anyone has any questions, concerns, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try to reply as often as I can. Like I said earlier, I'm heavily limiting my screen time, so I can't guarantee how quickly I'll be able to get back to everyone. Even so, I'm extremely grateful to have such a rapidly growing community behind me as I face these tribulations. Okay, and then the very latest post on the community page before we get into the last video that was just uploaded, I think yesterday. Hey gang, before anyone asks, I am aware the private property and estate sale tapes have been removed from the channel. I will provide an explanation in my next upload, which I am hoping to have up by tomorrow night. I'll see you then. So with that being said, on to our last video for this video of us reacting to this video series, changes.
Hey everyone, Ben here. It's been a while since I've last seen you guys, or I guess since you last seen me. But we're back here in the swing of things, back here in the car. I just want to get on here again and let you guys know that there are going to be some changes here on the channel going forward, and I hope you understand sort of this shift in direction, and I guess we'll just get right into it. So, as some of you might know from a community post I made last week, I was struggling really bad with my mental health back in December, and that was not only because of what happened with Carlisle, obviously, but also because of the content of those tapes that I was posting. I recently had a meeting with the chief of police here in Alawite, Mr. Hanover, and we had a really long talk. You know, it wasn't just about the contents of that private property tape, but also just about life in general. And it was clear from that meeting that Chief Hanover was concerned about me first and foremost, and not necessarily just the content of these tapes. So after talking with the chief, we decided, or I should say I decided, this was on my own accord, to remove the estate sale and private property videos from the channel. I'm also going to just avoid posting anything dark in that way, anything that could be viewed as violent or dangerous or disturbing or incriminating of private property. And if in the future, if I find any tapes like that again, I'm going to be immediately handing them over to the relevant authorities. Back in December, I was on this tirade thinking there was some grand conspiracy happening at Alawite, and I could solve it by digging through these dusty VHS tapes that I would watch by myself. So I couldn't have been further from the truth on both fronts there. So the chief's words really brought me back down to reality in a way that like a month of meditation couldn't. So I really have a lot of gratitude for the chief, and I will express that here going forward for sure. And speaking of the future, I've got a lot of ideas for where I want to take this channel next. I definitely want to distance myself from this dark and mysterious kind of dangerous vibe that I've been having so far, and get closer to the more genuine and wholesome tapes that I do have. Because like I said in the introduction video, a lot of what I find is grandma's birthday party, some backyard shenanigans, some Christmas morning footage. And I think posting that instead may not necessarily be as interesting per se, but I think it'll be better for everyone involved in a sense. I think it'll be easier for me to handle dealing through all this, and it could just be a better vibe overall. I know this is a pretty big shift in direction, and I apologize that this is not what you guys are here for, but I really just have to thank the chief again for helping me think through this and sort of guiding me on where I should move going forward. So I think that's about it that I had to share in terms of hard updates. Before I log off, I guess I'll just do a little life update here. Obviously in December, there was a lot going on, so I needed to take a break for myself. Spent a lot of time away from screens. I've been, dialing in my routine. I go for walks every morning, I exercise. I've been reading a lot. I'm kind of stuck to Sherlock Holmes right now. I'm deep in that catalog, going through the short stories right now. Really great stuff. And also, I actually took up painting. It's been something I wanted to do for a while now, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to art like that. So I thought I'd maybe take this chance to do a little bit of like exposure therapy and share with you guys what I've been working on most recently. Yeah, so here I had this really specific, like deep idea, this concept in my head, but I don't really know if I executed it exactly as I thought. So I'll leave it up to your interpretation, I guess. If anyone has any comments or critiques or suggestions, definitely don't be afraid to share them in the comments. So I think I can start wrapping things up. Spring semester did just start for me, but I will definitely have something wholesome and probably niche for you guys very soon. Again, I'm very sorry if this is sort of not what you signed up for, if this new direction isn't really something you're vibing with. So I promise I won't be offended if you decide to unsubscribe. But I think that is finally it. I'm going to go back to enjoying this beautiful day, and you guys will hopefully hear from me very soon. Thanks.
I don't know. I have some thoughts. It's more of like where I think the writing of the story is going to go rather than a theories of what's going on. But I'm like, are we really going to get like a video of like an old lady sitting there at her birthday party, some kids opening presents on Christmas, but like somehow they're going to have like a haunting thing linked to them each individually? Like, is there going to be something haunted with them, some paranormal thing? I think the series is going to end up like having a lot of paranormal anomalies. I think it was called, no, anomalies. I think it's going to be like Anomalies, which we watched that a very long time ago. I loved that series so much. Anomalies was so good. And I'm thinking that we're going to be getting ideas like that, like a vibe of that kind of series in this. Because it's obvious that the masked figure in the videos is a paranormal figure. And the goo, I think, is something linked to him, obviously, because in the house, it was coming out of the sink whenever he was there. So what did the kid do? So what I mainly want to know is, what did this guy do with the VCR that caused the goo to happen? What happened? Did he know something was with these tapes? So he did like the summoning thing and like did the whole alphaba thingy on them. Just went full on alphaba and caused the goo to happen. Like, what caused that goo to happen? It was obviously a cursed tape, but he did something to cause that. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I did filming it. I will be sure to link tapes I found at a thrift store down below so you can go check their videos out for yourselves. And guys, be sure to go give them some likes, give them some views, because without the original creator we would not be able to make this reaction video. And maybe even give them a subscribe, but not until you subscribe to me first. And with that being said, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!